let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Hello there, and welcome back to Ithaca's favorite debate show, Let's Get Real. Tonight we'll be discussing the age-old question, dogs or cats? With me are Taylor Katz, cat expert, as evidenced by his last name, and Anthony Scott, resident dog person. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So let's get this started. On one hand, cats are much lower maintenance than dogs, but dogs can be more useful in day-to-day life. What are your thoughts on that, Anthony?
Dogs are very useful. They're a man's best friend, number one. And number two, they can also help the blind walk. They can help, they can care for maybe someone that has anxiety or something. They can always be there for them. They're very loyal. You can teach them to do tricks as well. Shake, bark, speak. They can basically be another human. You can train them to be perfectly how you want them. And they're always loyal. Whenever you come home, they're right there to greet you. Cats, they could just be sleeping in the corner, not caring that you're home, not even caring that you're there, honestly. Dogs, all around, got to be the better choice.
That's true. What about you, Taylor? What do you think?
Anthony, I'm going to have to disagree with you.
Of course,
one of my favorite childhood shows was Cat Dog, and cat is first. So
Ooh.
I don't know what you want to say about that. But you talked about you could train dogs. You could train cats, too. You could train them to sleep. And, yes, they aren't as playful, but they add a more intimate love. They're very close. They become a companion. And they're alive a lot longer. So you get to develop this bond with a cat. And on top of it, they're very low maintenance. You could go on vacation for a while and you don't have to drop them off at a kennel. You just leave them at home and you can put down enough food, compared to dogs where you have to have someone let the dog out all the time and you have to have someone play with the dog. Yes, cats might not always be wanting to play, but have you ever seen a cat play with a ball of yarn? It's pretty entertaining.
I mean, entertaining for the cat, yes. But I mean, I feel like the owner's just sitting there like, what's this cat doing?
Yeah,
now,
that's the best thing about it.
But you got to take the dog on walks. I mean, that's something to think about.
Yeah, you do have to take them on walks, but if you're trying to get your exercise in, you could do it with a nice friend, nice little companion, snuggly little guy. Could be walking right along with you. And the 9 lives thing with the cats, what if you want to get rid of it? I mean, what if you just want to end it? It's just going to always be there. 9 lives.
Get rid of
That's how much I hate cats. They're always scratching. They're just not friendly animals.
I'm glad you brought up the grooming part of it, because cats clean themselves compared to if dogs' hair gets long, it becomes a hassle. You have to take them to go get groomed, or they just shed all over your house compared to a cat that doesn't. There might be a fur ball here and there, but that's an easy cleanup.
That's fair. My dog rolls in things, and we've got to bathe him immediately, which is, an issue.
Can be a problem, but what if a cat needs to take a bath? Cats hate water. That's a whole day project. We're in a dog, that's just a 10-minute clean wash up a cat. Good luck getting him in the tub.
They might not get in a tub, but a tub, it might be too big, so I might put the cat in the sink. More importantly, there are small. The big thing I think is you could have a cat and you could live anywhere. I know when you live in cities, most apartment buildings don't allow you to have dogs because they are such high maintenance. But they don't have any cat rules. They allow cats to live in, just because they can live in small confined spaces. I'm not saying lock your cat in the closet. I'm simply saying you can live in a small apartment and not have an issue with getting in trouble with having an animal.
It's fair.
The litter box, though. I mean, you say that they're less maintenance, but the litter box, you got to clean that thing. Dogs, you just got to pick up the little poop with some scooper and throw it in the woods.
If you have a backyard, your whole backyard is a giant litter box. So unless you clean it up, and again, I know this is per owner.
Or you take them on walks.
That's true, but not all dog owners, which I could probably say the same thing for cats, not all dog owners pick up when they go to the bathroom. So that's kind of an issue of itself.
Well, let's move on. So another big difference between cats and dogs are their personalities. So Taylor, I'm going to ask you about this. Cats are more reserved and they keep to themselves, which obviously you seem to prefer, whereas dogs are kind of all over you and they smother you with love. So do you think that one's better than the other?
I believe that cats do show love and affection, not all the time. All dogs do. Like when dogs get excited, they bark. And if I'm coming home from a long day at work, I don't want my dog barking all over the place. And dogs bark at literally anything. It could be the mailman, it could be the wind, it could just be 3 o'clock in the morning, your dog wants to bark. The big thing I want to touch upon, though, is say you have company over and it's very hard for you to just lock your dog into a room or something, or put your dog, into a room without it getting riled up. Compared to a cat, you could just put the cat in the room and then you could have company and then you could just let it out.
I think you're forgetting that barking could be a good thing. What if you have an intruder trying to come in your house? That dog bark, if you have a big dog, it's going to scare away that intruder right away. No worries. It can be a really protective animal. And also, I feel like it's really lovable. It's a man's best friend. So, I mean, that's what they're always been known for. So they're always going to be loyal to you. If they run away from the home, if you lose it, they can find their way back. which is another great thing about dogs, and they come in big and small as well.
Yeah, but not all dogs, when they run away, come back compared to cats that not most cats, but there are a ton of cats that can live both inside and outside. So cats could roam the streets for weeks and then know exactly where to come home compared to sometimes dogs just get really excited and might chase a car or chase something, and then you're searching for this dog for a few days.
I've met some cats that are so standoffish to their owners, like they'll just sit in their room, you go to try and pet them, they're just meowing, they're scratching already. Dogs, I've never really seen a dog scratch, and
I have seen a dog bite though, and
That's fair. Yeah,
that is a
cats
big
can't
issue.
do a lot of
Yeah.
damage. Well, I think you brought up a good point about different sizes of dogs. I mean, there's definitely more variety in types of dogs, whereas cats are kind of all roughly the same size. You can get like a little dog, you can get a 70-pound dog. I mean, there's a lot of options there. So, what do you think about that?
So not all cats are the same because if I'm not mistaken, the lion is part of the feline family. So if you have enough money and you have a big enough space,
True.
get a lion, So that trumps your big 100-pound dog when I have a giant lion in my backyard. But
a giant lion that could eat you.
yeah, but if you train
That
it, it can
comes
play
back
with a
to the
ball of
biting
yarn.
issue.
But no, more importantly, yes, all cats are the same size, but I don't think that's a bad thing. However, there are cats that sometimes if you feed them too much, they're a little round and plump, so that could be fun and that could add some extra entertainment trying to watch them get around and things.
Now, for the same price, you don't need to be a millionaire to get a big dog. Big dog you can get for a nice, reasonable price, and then you can get one that loves you and also can protect you, or you get a small dog that just loves you and is a little cute.
Well, that's fair. I mean, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I think we got almost to the bottom of this debate, maybe not quite. We'll probably keep arguing about it for years to come, but don't change that channel. Up next, we've got an exclusive interview with Gary Fisher, the dog.